Welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience podcast. It's the place to be if you're a woman over 40 who wants to feel inspired, empowered, and heard. Jameela Adams, your host, is an entrepreneur and best-selling author who will discuss how to find joy and happiness in life's challenges. So come and join the experience.
Hello, and thank you for joining this week's episode of the Jameela Adams Experience. Hi, I'm your host, Jameela Adams, and thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to the podcast. So if you don't mind, please like, comment, and subscribe wherever you see the podcast, and don't forget to download the episodes. So this week's topic is something that resonates with me because I had to deal with it. I am a recovering perfectionist. Basically, I'm going to put this out there. Perfectionism is something we need to let go, and we need to embrace our imperfections in order to live a more fulfilled and happier life. When we look outward, of course, we look at social media, we look what's on TV or whatnot, and we compare ourselves to others, and it's a real unattainable goal because we don't know what those people are doing behind closed doors. It is what it is. But at the same time, we have to release why we feel we need to be perfect. And a lot of it stems from deep-rooted issues, not all of us, but some of us, the things that were said to us or about us when we were children. So as we become adults, we manifest what was said to us. So we strive for unattainable goals. And unfortunately, we disappoint ourselves in the worst way because we can't compete with an ideal, something that's not real. So playing off of last week's episode about why I don't care about social media approval anymore, but I need it for business, I decided that I need to let go of this need to be perfect on social media as well as in real life. I mean, I've already let it go, but I just needed to reaffirm it. So I had to get out of my own head and stop worrying about my appearance and lifestyle. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not going out here looking like a scallywag. That's not what I'm saying. But the whole point is that I'm not trying to reach for this goal or an idea that doesn't even exist. So hopefully this episode will resonate with you and help you. So let's talk about perfectionism. The definition is the need to appear flawless or the fear of making mistakes. Perfectionism is the need to control our circumstances. We hide behind the guise of being flawless, but the problem is that we lose sight of what's worthwhile in our lives. Women, especially younger women, we want everything to be aesthetically pleasing in order to attract what we want. And we go to great lengths to maintain this facade. This maintenance can lead to stress and discontentment. An article in Psychology Today, written by Hilary Jacob Hendel, discusses how her body perfectionism was based on insecurities that she had growing up and how they manifested into her adult life. She provides excellent techniques for healing and loving her imperfect self. I'll leave her resources down in the show notes so that way you can look her up. It's pretty interesting because she gives some really good insight on how to learn to deal with perfectionism, especially with her body image, and what steps she took in order to overcome them. Another reason why perfectionism is something we need to get rid of is because it causes stress, burnout, and eventually missed opportunities due to fear of failure. Perfectionism causes a lot of problems in our lives, and we tend to hold on to these impossible standards. According to the article by Sarah Klein, published in Self, perfectionistic thoughts are often linked to anxiety and depression, which can be detrimental to our health. I'll leave her information also in the show notes so you can look her up as well. We've all, in some way, shape, or form, have these idiosyncrasies about perfection. And unfortunately, we are not perfect. Well, I should say fortunately. Fortunately, we are imperfect because that's our nature to be flawed. And we have to deal with that and love ourselves and love others because of that. So in order for us to thrive in this life and not just survive, we have to put down what's making us not happy, and that is perfectionism. Perfectionism can lead to perfection paralysis. That is due to procrastination, because in that person's mind, they believe that the work must be flawless or it's worthless. Perfectionism also causes constant self-criticism. We have our inner critic who tells us these negative things about ourselves, that we're too old, we're not smart enough, we're not pretty enough, we're not good enough, our work will never measure up. And that is so wrong. This can cause us to feel overwhelmed and lost. Embracing our imperfections is what truly matters. This is what will cause us to grow and thrive and be happy, because we're not trying to live up to these impossible, unattainable standards. So I saw this quote and it's really good. I can resonate with this, and I hope you will too. And it says, "Excellence, unlike perfectionism, is about lovingly pushing ourselves to act, think, relate, and create from our highest parts of ourselves." And that's by Erin Daugherty. Also, check out her information in the show notes. So basically what it's saying is that we should be striving for excellence, not perfectionism. We should be wanting to do our best work and not worry about making a mistake or failing, because we failed, that means we tried. If we don't try, we failed, because we're not doing anything. We're just stagnant. And I want to live. I want to move forward. And if I fail, oh well, at least I tried. And I honestly believe that's what we need to do. We must try. And I think that's something we should pass on to the younger generation. I honestly believe age brings wisdom. And now we're at, or at least for me, I know I'm at that age where I'll try it. I'm still young enough to do it. And if I fail, oh well. But at least I said I did it. And that's something I think all of us should try to do. So letting go of perfectionism, I should say, there's certain steps you should try. So step 1 is practice self-compassion. Self-compassion is loving yourself regardless of what, and lifting yourself up and encouraging yourself to move forward. When you encourage yourself, you turn around and you can encourage others. Be kind to yourself. Be your best friend. Because would you say the negative things to another person that you say to yourself? I don't think so. So with that being said, listen to that voice and then tune it out, and then put in something that's positive. The other step to overcoming perfectionism is set realistic expectations. Stop looking at the outside influences to give you that thing you need on the inside. What I mean is, don't be so overwhelmed or overtaken by what you see on social media or on TV or whatnot. Look within, or in some instances, if you're a believer, look up. Because our strength should come from Him. Our expectations should come from Him. If you know, you know. What I'm saying is that we should be able to live our life and move forward and not worry about failing. And it's okay to have certain expectations, but don't have them so high that you don't feel you can reach them. So the next step is celebrate small wins. And that's a beautiful thing to do. Say you had this project on your desk and you were finally able to complete it, and it was something that drove you mad. And once you got done, you celebrate it by going to get a scoop of ice cream from Baskin-Robbins. You went and got a scoop of ice cream because you celebrated a win. Or you finished a book and you loved it and you wanted to share it with someone. There was another win right there. So celebrate yourself. It's okay. It's an awesome thing to do. The other thing you should do is challenge negative thoughts. Reframe your thoughts. I have intrusive thoughts. I think we all do. I have to tell myself and meditate, don't let the intrusive thoughts win. And then after that, I either say, out loud, don't let it win, or I, like I said, meditate and I think of a scripture, and that helps me to not have this negative vibe going through me. Unfortunately, our thoughts run in and run out all the time. But at the same time, you can control them. You can't control what you think. So reframe your thoughts, especially when perfectionism comes in. So if you have a task that has to be done by a certain deadline, don't let that negative voice say, oh, you'll never finish it on time, or you're going to be stuck here all night working on it. Don't entertain the thought. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. And finally, accept vulnerability. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to show your human side. It's okay to be flawed. Because if we go through this life pretending to be flawless, we will suffer greatly. It's almost lying. It is lying. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others that you have everything together, and knowing that you don't. So accept vulnerability. Learn how to express your need for help. To ask, hey, what do you think about this? I need your opinion on this. Because most of the time when we are running on our own program, we don't think to ask for help because we think we can do it all, and we can't. So that's why it's always good to have that moment of clarity and accept, I'm vulnerable, I'm human, I'm flawed, and I'm okay with that. Final thoughts are, perfection is unattainable. We need to embrace imperfection because it leads to growth, creativity, and a richer life. Because when we allow ourselves to step out in our greatness, flaws and all, we are able to smile and say, I did that. I'm okay with that mess up, but I know I can bounce back from it. And that's how we grow and we learn. Because one thing about procrastination, you're stuck and you're waiting for the right moment, and there will never be a right moment. You need to do it now. Take action now. Don't listen to the negative voices in your head saying, oh, you can't do this, or you're not smart enough. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. You are great, flaws and all, and that's okay. So my challenge to you, what areas of your life could you benefit from embracing imperfection this week? And are you a recovering perfectionist? Let's talk about it. Leave a comment below, or leave a comment, and also share your experience on the socials with me. You can follow me at Jameela Adams. At the Jameela Adams Experience. You can follow me there. And let's keep this topic going because it's important for us to share this, especially with the younger people in their lives. I know this, as we get older, we have this I don't give a attitude. Unfortunately, our youth and adults, younger adults, haven't quite figured that out yet, and we need to tell them it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to have flaws. You're beautiful the way you are, and you're smart, you're funny, you're talented, you're creative. And that's something we need for ourselves as well. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. So with that being said, I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you, and I'll check you out next week. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a great guest next week. Her name is Mary Pierce. She is an amazing human being and beautiful both inside and out. And I would love for you to hear her story. So check her out next week. So have a great one and see you then.
Do you have a passion project you want to bring to life? Let Jameela Adams at your service help you. Jameela Adams at your service was created to assist businesswomen, 40 plus, by bringing their passion project to life through website design and marketing. Visit JameelaAdamsAtYourService.com and sign up for a consultation today. Remember, you have a voice, use it.